Hey there, my name is Jordan Hoopengarner, and I am a customer success manager here at Teachable. I'm going to go over a training with you today called the Student Value Journey. This is part 1 of 2 of what I think is one of the most valuable frameworks in understanding marketing holistically, online, of course. And just a quick background about me, I, before Teachable, ran a funnel building business where I would consult with entrepreneurs online, a lot of course creators, and we would work on these funnel builds and these launches, and I would consult them in finding ways to increase their income online, as well as creating systems and those kind of things to really grow and scale an online business. And so a lot of what I did there and even now is based on this framework right here, the Student Value Journey. You may have heard it called the Customer Value Journey, if you're familiar with that at all, but it's a really solid time-tested framework that I'm super excited to take you through. So with that, let's dive in. So in this training, you're going to learn how online marketing works as a whole by piecing the puzzle together. So just thinking about digital marketing as it is, there's 1,000 different ways to conduct a launch or a campaign, or running social media, or affiliates or lead magnets, and all these different puzzle pieces. There's so many different things out there, and there's always going to be something new. And so there's this massive puzzle of marketing out there, and this framework will really show you where all those pieces fit. So it kind of can bring a lot of clarity to marketing and to understanding how it all works together. So I'm also going to show you and teach you in this is how people first discover who you are, becoming first aware of you, all the way to becoming raving fans that are ready to buy from you again and again. So this is really how the whole process works. They don't know you to they have received value, to becoming someone who's buying from you because they're super excited and even willing to promote who you are. And then also how to uncover untapped revenue in your marketing. So what's so cool about this is, I like to say a small tweak can really lead to a big result. So if you can identify a weak area or an area of opportunity, then you could really, really see some big impact in your sales. So we're going to look at that as well. So here's the big problem of what maybe you could be facing. And we know that a lot of creators do face this, is that creators often work in a silo, meaning they're working by themselves, and it's hard to see their own blind spots. So the whole point of what we're doing here of this training is to help reveal what that is, and then even compile it so where you can have some additional resources and some support to be able to find those areas and then grow in those areas as well. Now, because of this, there's money that is left on the table. Because of these blind spots, because of maybe confusion over marketing, there is money that's left on the table. And, that's just kind of something that we see very often, is that there is an opportunity for someone to be able to adopt a strategy or some area of growth and be able to see an increase right there. But the thing is that it's actually easy to strategically pinpoint these gaps and these opportunities to increase sales. And so we're going to walk through what that looks like. So first, I want to show you something just like this tweak that led to doubling sales in Lisa's launch. And so this is what she said. She said, "I'm so glad that I took your advice. The sales started pouring in. My goal of 100 coupons used ended up being 192 coupons used, so pretty much doubled. I extended the sale for an additional 2 days. November 2022, so Black Friday, was my best month ever." So quick story with Lisa, we had worked together on, just on a call, and what we had identified was she never really spoke or felt comfortable speaking very directly about a sale on her YouTube channel. And looking at what stage in marketing this was, which we'll dive in with the framework here in a minute, looking at that was really like the convert stage. So there were these people that were loving her YouTube channel, were watching, subscribing to her channel all the time, and this sale I had encouraged her to just be a little bit more direct. She didn't want to be salesy, which I totally get. And I don't think that really anyone naturally wants to feel or be salesy or feel like they're being sold to. However, she spoke gently about this because she saw this sales of what she had originally accomplished, and the sales were starting to plateau. And then she remembered our call where we spoke about, just create a video where you're speaking directly about the sale. And so that night, she and her husband shot a video, and they spoke really directly about the sale. She did. But it wasn't like hard selling or anything like that. She was just saying, I have this sale going on. Go to my website, make sure you check it out. And sure enough, just that one little tweak led to practically doubling sales. And so that had to do with the student value journey in the stages that we'll be looking at here in a moment. So some takeaways on that is that a small tweak can really make a major difference in boosting sales. Really, it can be, especially someone who is established as a creator, has a good product, has record of, the product is validated, meaning there's been sales that have come through that product before. Really, a small tweak in some marketing can really make a big difference. So another takeaway is that Lisa took action and her effort was rewarded. She knew of an area that needed maybe just a little bit of an improvement, and she took action, and then she saw that thing happen. And that was really, really amazing to be able to see, a nice result come out of her action. And then another takeaway here is that there's always opportunities. There's ways to look at things. If there's a block, if something's not working, that means that there's an opportunity there that something could be changed or tweaked to see what could have been on the other side of just doing that. So Lisa is absolutely incredible person, and I'm so excited that she had that kind of success just by looking at and making some adjustments. So all of digital marketing flows through only 8 stages. Back when I was doing marketing for my family's business, this was several years ago, I didn't really understand how marketing worked holistically, how it all flowed together. And learning this was one of the most pivotal pieces to actually making marketing really, really successful and making it work. And so understanding that it's only 8 stages was pretty, it simplified the process, at least in my brain, a lot. So really excited to share this one with you. This is called the student value journey, those 8 stages. And this is it, the student value journey. So these are the 8 different stages that a student would go through. And really, if you've ever had a customer ever online, they have gone through some form of this process. It may have not been the entire process. You may have skipped some steps, which isn't the end of the world because you may have seen some success in that area. However, long-term game and a more strategic path is to have a more systematic flow like this. And so I'm going to dive into each one of these stages, but just going to do a quick overview of what this looks like. So the first stage here is awareness. Someone has no idea who you are, and they somehow find out who you are. The next stage is engage. So this stage is simple as they're commenting on a post on Instagram, or they have subscribed to your YouTube channel, or they visited your website, those kind of things. So they begin talking with you and are interested in you, and they're engaging. Then the next stage here is subscribe. So subscribe is when they are actually giving you their contact information in form of an email and their name. Really big, important relationship change that happens here, because now this is no longer someone that's just following you on Instagram, but now they have said you can contact me. So really big, important thing here. Then the next stage is convert. This is when they're actually pulling out their wallet and they are actually paying you some money. Typically on this stage, it's a lower ticket item to actually create the customer. This is a really big stage because the saying goes, a customer who buys from you once is 10 times more likely to buy from you again. 10 times more likely. So really important stage. Often this is a loss leader or a very low ticket item that you're selling. Then we move into this excite stage where they've received some value of what they bought here, and now they're excited and they're ready to go more, and they're ready to buy more from you. This is where repeat buyers come in, and lifetime value of the customer. So we look here and we call this the ascend stage, number 6. And so when looking at this, like these stair steps here, this is where your higher ticket offers start to come in. And when you have these higher ticket offers lined up in what we'd call an offer sequence, this is where you start to make more and more money. This stage right here is not necessarily about making a whole lot of money. It's about converting someone into a buyer. Our stage 7 here is advocate. This is where someone gives you a testimonial and they're willing to speak on your behalf. Testimonials are super important in regards to showcasing them on social media or having them on your website or in your email campaigns, sales pages. It's very important to regularly collect fresh testimonials. Then the last stage here is promote. The promote stage is someone who has gone through, for the most part, is a student that has gone through your courses or your coaching on Teachable, and they're excited about what's happened, and they're willing to promote you as a referral to another student. So we have a referral program within Teachable that you can use with your students, or as an affiliate where they are being paid a commission to bring others into the fold. You know, an affiliate doesn't just have to be someone that's a student. It could also be a complementary business that would work great as a partner, but that's just kind of how this looks in this format. Then those people are bringing people back into the awareness stage, and it kind of just, that cycle continues. So there's a lot that we could really dive into in just this. We'll get into more detail in part 2, but just wanted to show you the student value journey and how that flow really works. So some key things to know here is that every student has gone through some type of these stages, but they may have skipped some steps. So what that may look like is, let's think of marketing as a relationship. So my wife and I are coming up on 7 years of marriage, and if I would have just gone up to her, shook her hand, and said, "Hey, my name is Jordan. Would you like to get married?" it would have probably freaked her out, and she would have never wanted to ever talk to me ever again. However, it didn't work like that. I had to shake her hand, look at her in the eye, start some small talk. We got to know each other. We started dating. We got engaged. We got married. We had children, and now we're continuing to date, right? And so into continuing to build our relationship. So, but what a lot of people do, and I see this pretty often, and it does work. But this is I want to show you the big gap in this, is that a lot of people will say, "Hey, I'm Jordan, come buy my thing," and they'll skip right over to this, "Buy my $300 product." And it's like, we're talking like stage here, one of these stages, right? And so what they've done is they've essentially said, "Hey, I know that you're aware of me, or that you engage with me, maybe on YouTube or some other social platform. Come buy my $300 thing." Will it work? Yes, it actually will work. However, it's more sustainable if you are actually sending people through the right process, building up an email list, building up that asset in your business, converting them properly. They're excited, and then they are also there to begin ascending into the ascension stage. The goal of each stage is simply to move to the next stage. So we're looking at awareness. All we're trying to do there is just people are engaging with us. We go from there to then building the email list, offering a lead magnet. So really don't have to overwhelm yourself in thinking that it has to be too much, but just simply moving into the next stage. And then you can easily pinpoint an area that is missing. So if you are looking at this and you're thinking, I don't really have an email list, or I don't have a good lead magnet, or I don't have new offers lined up for people, those are all areas that can really be improved upon. And just looking and auditing really your marketing. And I'll give you a chance to really audit and go through your own processes and your own marketing to be able to see areas that you can really improve upon. So that's it for this training. Just want to do super quick. But up next, we're gonna break down the student value journey, and we're gonna go a lot deeper into this process and show you what that looks like. So thanks for joining on this one, and I'll see you in the next training.